Hello and welcome to the Hairdresser Strong Show. My name is Robert Hughes and I'm your host. Today we're talking with Herson the Barber from Heritage Barbering Company out of Kensington, Maryland. Herson, would you introduce yourself, please?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Herson the Barber, Herson Bautista, as the government name. Owner of Heritage Barber & Co. and the creator and founder of the DC Barber Expo as well.
Awesome, cool. So how long have you been running Heritage Barbering Company?
So we're fairly new. We're going on our 2-year anniversary in August.
Nice.
So we're still fresh. We're still fresh.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is this your first shop that you've owned?
Yes, my first shop as an owner is my first shop. I've been in the industry for about 12 to 13 years now.
Okay.
But in terms of ownership, this is my first shop.
So just give us a little quick run through how you got started and what your story is from school to or apprenticing or however, how'd you get your license, etc.
Definitely. So it all started when I was about 16, 17 years old. And I tell this story all the time that I was with my dad. We were cleaning out a storage and he happened to find some old clippers. I didn't ask at the time. It didn't come to mind what those clippers were being used for, but he found them and he's like, hey, you want them, you can have them. I was like, all right, cool. So I started, I had a friend that he just didn't care about his hair. He was like, hey, just use them on me. So I cut his hair. It was, it wasn't more of like a butcher. I just butchered his hair. I just butchered his hair. But it was my first experience with clippers. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I was like, who's next? Type of stuff. So that's how the interest sparked. It was I was around that age. Soon after that, I started. I upgraded. Keep in mind those were old, probably from the 1970s. So I upgraded to some CBS Conairs.
Okay, nice.
So I bought some cheap Conairs from CBS. I started messing with my friends from school. I was like, hey, come over, give me a shape up. I can do this. And they were like, really? I've never heard you. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying. Let's do it. So I started doing that. Little by little, my name started going around. A lot of more people started coming to me. So I started taking it a little bit more serious. Not professionally, but definitely more in terms of learning better techniques, leveling up the skills and stuff like that. So that was kind of high school. After high school, I kind of took a little break. I didn't really chase the craft too much. But soon after, I picked it back up, and this time I ended up getting hired at a barber shop in Hyattsville in Langley Park, Maryland.
Okay.
So I worked there for about 3 years, but it was my first shop ever. My first shop ever. I did not know what I was walking into. I was the guy that did shape ups for $5 in high school. In this shop, these guys were doing crazy designs, dragons, logos, and
nice.
These guys are killing it. And I'm over here I could do a shape up. So it was really a wake up call. It's yo, if you want to be good, you definitely have to step it up. You know what I'm saying? There's more to the craft than just doing a shape up or a fade. So I learned a lot from these guys. And then I started taking the craft a lot more serious. I ended up getting my license. I went to American Beauty Academy in Wheaton, Maryland. So I got my license there. Then ended up at another shop, Fresh Fades, with some friends of mine. That's where the DC Barber Expo started.
Okay.
That shop. I wear in that shop. I'll touch base on that a little later. Leaving that shop, that's when I decided to start Heritage. So it's been I think 2 shops prior to owning my own shop. 3 years of the first shop, 5 years of the second shop, and now I'm here.
All right, so 8 years plus some messing around in high school, basically.
Messing around, yep.
Nice. All right. Okay, cool. So what do you think, how did you come up with the decision to open up your shop? And did that have anything to do with the expo, or were those things completely separate?
So it's crazy that it's completely separate, but it's still entwined within the two. The expo was born, I'm gonna say 3 years before the shop came to be.
Okay.
Um, so we would during the times of me being in the shop, with the other guys, obviously everyone was crazy about the craft. Hair shows, barber battles were huge. Well, they still are huge, but they were a big thing where we finally had our own show. You know what I'm saying? Our own
Yeah.
event. So barbering is very minimum in hair shows. For example, like IBS, uh what was another show? Bonner Brothers, stuff like that. Barbering is very confined into a small part of the show. So these barber battles started growing all over the country and we started traveling to them. So we would travel to these shows, Connecticut, New York, Jersey, Philly, Miami, Texas, Chicago. We would just go all over the place, LA. But there was nothing really in DC, nothing
Okay.
in our hometown. It was always us traveling. So I told
Okay.
myself one day, I'm like, hey, like, why can't we put something together here? Like, why is there nothing here that we call ours, that we call home? So that's where that idea sparked for the DC Barber Expo.
Okay.
And an insider for the first year goers, it was the DMV Barber Expo the first year.
Okay.
We decided to change the name to the DC Barber Expo for demographic purposes. A lot of out of towners didn't know what DMV was, what it's
Right. Right.
for.
Yeah.
So we ended up going with the DC Barber Expo. So people could kind of identify where it was at.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nice.
so that's how that started. That's how that got sparked.
Okay, cool. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about that? And since we're already talking about it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the expo, we're going on our 5th year anniversary. Thanks to COVID, we had to postpone it. We postponed it 2 years so far. We decided to skip 2021.
Okay.
Well, we were forced to skip 2020. We decided to
Yeah.
skip 2021 just as a precaution, just to be
Yeah.
safe. There's a lot of risk and a lot of investment involved in these shows. So with that being said, me and Joey, my business partner, we decided to kind of postpone it for another year,
Yeah.
especially it being such a big year, like our 5th year anniversary. We really
Right.
want to do something special for all the attendees. Um, so we postponed it just to make sure we put all our hard work into it, so we have enough time to plan all that. Um, but yeah, so it's our 5th year anniversary. What it basically consists of, for those that never been to like a barber expo,
Hmm.
there's a lot of elements that take place in the show. A lot of parts of it. We have an education segment. We have a barber competition. We have demonstration. We have special performances too. We have like certain rappers, break dancers, different
Nice.
crafts. We set up food trucks in the back. It's a big festival. It's a big celebration. We also have guest speakers all the time. We have the award ceremonies. It's a lot of things that take place at these shows, and it's always the energy. The energy is always crazy. It's through the roof always. We have
Nice.
music going. We have light shows. It's crazy. Hair on the floor, lights in the air. It's just crazy.
Nice. So you get how many people end up coming to this thing?
So, I'm a numbers guy. So everything has been like, how many people attended this year? How many people did this year? So each year, we started the first year, right? The first year, I told myself, if I get 600 bodies through that door, I'm happy, right?
Uh-huh.
We did 1,226 people that first year,
Nice.
bro. When I tell
Nice.
you, my one of our guys came up to me. He's like, "Yo, you gotta go see the line." Grabbed me and was like, "Come on." So we go outside, and I'm looking at the line going down the street, bro. Like
That's awesome.
it was just like right there, like all this weight just lifted off my shoulders. As an organizer, I'm going crazy, running back and forth. So I took those few seconds to go look at the line. I'm like, we did it.
Nice.
From there, it was all downhill. Not downhill. It was a smooth ride, smooth sailing from there. Um, we did that, and then 200 to 300 attendees grew per year.
Nice.
So last year, I'm sorry, 2019, we did about 1890 something, close to 1900
Nice.
people. So it's growing, man. It's growing. It's one of the largest barber shows, to be specific, one of the largest in the nation.
Wow.
Probably the fourth or fifth. And that's comparing to Las Vegas, Connecticut, New York, and Miami. Hmm.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Yep.
Cool. So guest speakers talk about, you know, stuff, how to be successful in the industry or how to be positive or what kind of stuff they talk about?
So when you attend the expo, you get a little bit of everything. What I try to do is I try to organize it to where it benefits every attendee possible.
Okay.
For those that are looking to better their skill level, their skill set specifically, you know, with techniques and stuff like that, you know, we cater to that. We also cater to those that more business minded individuals, for example, the owners or the investors that want to invest into barbershops or salons. We also have segments for them. Um, and then we have the competitions. You know, the competitions, they cater to those that want to compete, and they, you know, they like that rush, that adrenaline. They want the prize money as well. You know, and the prize
Yeah.
money is crazy. But the guest speakers, they just touch on everything. I try to get a speaker for a certain topic for everyone to touch on. You know.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds awesome. I want to hear about how about your shop, about your barber shop, and you know, I also have some questions sparked from this conversation, but I think this is a good place to wrap it up, and next time we'll talk about we'll dig into your talking about your salon a little bit more. Does that sound good?
There you go. Let's do
Uh,
it.
All right, cool. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother.
All right, cool.